you've been talking about True Price and also helping some companies adopt the True Price strategy as well. So I saw you had already worked with the likes of Tony Chocolini, and try to give them a path on how they can also, on their value chain, they can also implement the True Price perspective. So I was wondering, you can share with us what you've seen from all this time. How has been the response, especially from a company perspective? What has been their response to the True Price strategy? Also from a consumer perspective, how have been consumers responding to this particular idea?
Yeah, it's really nice. I can, now we're also like filming through Teams. Like I'm here in the True Price store, as you can see.
Yeah.
So this was the first place in the world. We actually deliberately moved our team. We are now with a bit more than 40 people.
Wow.
We moved our team from, let's say, the east of Amsterdam to this location. It's a very prime, call it retail location in one of the most popular. It was actually called the most beautiful shopping street in the Netherlands. It was before Corona that we started here, 3 weeks before Corona, tragically. We opened, and Amsterdam obviously is a touristic place. Tens of millions of tourists came here every year before Corona. And what we noticed, and we actually have here you see the price list. So you see here the coffee, chocolate, and bread.
Yeah.
These are products that we then sold here. Here you see the product. Here you see the
price,
actual market price.
Yeah.
Here you see the social cost, the environmental cost, the gap between the actual True Price and all the other externalities. So there's still unpaid for externalities, and here you see the True Price.
Yeah.
And basically what we do, we charge that kind of market price. We also ask for a voluntary payment of the social and environmental costs that we can actually charge. So underpayment, so poverty, but also carbon emissions, so kind of compensating carbon. People are asked that, and they can voluntarily pay for that. And you can see that on your receipt. When you enter and when you pay, you can actually get a receipt with those social environmental costs. Really, of the hundreds of people who pass by, including tourists who, they didn't come here for some sort of sustainability journey. They were just craving for chocolate because they had drugs and alcohol the night before. That's why they entered the store. Not a single one of them wasn't willing to voluntarily pay for a True Price.
Yeah.
This was in sharp contrast with what marketeers were telling us and what they were afraid of. Product managers, category managers, retailers, they were also extremely skeptical. Professors. I can remember pitching competitions where I was bringing this story of the True Price, and professors were standing up and saying, we tried this 20 years ago and it didn't work. It's technologically not possible.
Yeah.
We had marketeers who said, this is communism. You're dictating prices.
Yeah.
And we had entrepreneurs who were saying, we shouldn't do it. Competition authority won't allow you to dictate prices. It's against the law.
Yeah.
And what you see in practice is that it is technically possible, and actually consumers love it.
Yeah.
Obviously, because you have a story. And I think that's kind of the tragedy of what you see in kind of retail, is that, there's very strong intuitions about consumers, and especially in sustainability, organic, in that world, there's a lot of skepticism. No, consumers are not willing to pay. No, there's no use in communicating about it, because they will only be skeptical. They will only feel that they are squeezed out. They were not willing to pay.
Yep.
And at the same time, these are the same marketeers that spend billions on marketing to inform consumers to buy the most crazy, useless stuff ever. Have you seen Amazon? 80% of what you sell there is totally useless. Totally useless. Have you heard about drop shipping? That's this game of selling things for 300% of the price of what you find for that same product on Alibaba. And it's working.
Yeah.
It's working. And these are the same marketeers who are telling us that you cannot pay, you cannot ask a few cents more, you cannot double the price, you cannot communicate, no one will believe it. It's all not true. It's rubbish. It's because they have cognitive dissonance. They feel such discomfort about the fact that their products are extremely ethically irresponsible.
Yeah.
They feel such discomfort that they just seek a reason why it's not working besides their own
conviction.
Call it failing.
Yeah.
Besides their own failing. They cannot accept that it was actually possible, but they failed taking that opportunity to actually work it out. That's what I would consider the reason why this is not kind of brought to scale. And we've shown it, and also we've now introduced in the supermarket. The sales where we introduced it was basically what we do every Black Friday.
Yeah.
We organize a True Price festival. Black Friday is the most banal event that I would say in the world, because what we do there is we put it's called steroids. We push steroids in the market just to sell even more useless stuff that is extremely pollutive, extremely exploitative. But then we lower the price. We have billions of people gathering in stores, buying that, and we celebrate that it's so cheap. That's kind of the most banal thing to do ever, given that we have huge scarcity, we have huge environmental problems, we have huge poverty and exploitation in these value chains. So what we did is we said, okay, let's call it Black Friday, but instead of we call it we make it a True Price festival, we increase the prices with the margins that are needed to compensate for the social and environmental costs. And we've launched the first supermarket in the world. The sales didn't kind of decrease. It didn't kind of, stay constant. It actually increased again. The sales increased when the True Prices were introduced for bread, for vegetables, and for fruits. And we're now kind of also looking to the many of the dry products like spaghetti and nuts and stuff to do the same. So this is kind of what we're trying, and we're actually trying to scale this up further to dozens of retailers. So that it's kind of a scalable proposition, and we do it with a lot of data scientists, with a lot of software and kind of mathematical kind of professionals, mathematicians. So that's basically what the True Price movement is about.